All right, the Canelo versus Triple G prediction. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop that video. Right? We need that heat. Give me that heat. So yeah, man. Yeah, it's Canelo Triple G fight week, man. We ain't had a fight week in a while. Canelo, Clarissa Shields and them, they got canceled. Um, yeah, they got canceled because of Queen's passing over there in England. So I mean, like all their sports got canceled. They gonna grieve and stuff of that nature. So they gonna do what they do. But we got Canelo taking on Triple G, the trilogy. Last time they fought, obviously I thought Canelo won convincingly. I thought Canelo won the first fight. That's my opinion on that. I just thought it was a foregone conclusion that he won the second fight easily. He held his ground. He beat his ass. I mean, it wasn't much to talk about. That was a clear ass whooping, in my opinion. Right. The first time, I just thought that he did a great job counter punching. I think he did a great job defensively and offensively. And Triple G didn't do everything he needed to do to knock out Canelo Alvarez. He didn't really go past that fence, and that was credit to Canelo punching power, his sharpness, his counter punching ability. And Canelo was breathing out his mouth, with his mouth wide open, and Triple G didn't take advantage of it. So to me, for Triple G, the circumstances, who you going up against. Triple G didn't go all out to beat Canelo Alvarez. Now, I heard some rumors about the second fight, which Triple G didn't really train for that second fight like he should have trained. He was pretty much lazy, and maybe he was content with the first fight. Say, shit, all I gotta do is do what I did the first time. You see what the fans say. But yeah, I heard some rumors, I'm not gonna go into detail, that he really didn't train as hard as he should have trained for that second fight. And maybe him going back watching the fights, I'll beat this dude ass. They took it from me. Now, it also was a video going out there, and I shared it on YouTube. I screen recorded it. I forget the channel name. They took the man's channel, but he got the channel back. And it showed Eric Gomez, I believe, telling Gennady Golovkin and Abel Sanchez that they had it was a draw on the scorecards, I believe, for the first fight before the cards was read. But obviously that's how I go. They know the cards before the cards go out, and they was in the ring and all that. So, and they was already saying, how did we lose the fight? Abel and Triple G, they was mad, and they took that channel. They took his channel down for a minute. He fought, got it back. They took my video down off my YouTube, Facebook channel. Golden Boy took my shit down, so I didn't fight it. I really didn't care. But they said that in that second fight, that was the first fight, that he wasn't training hard. And he was being real lazy, man. And I heard that might have kind of contributed to the issues with Abel Sanchez too. So at the end of the day, man, it showed, because he did not fight with the same motor that he fought in that first fight. At all. And to me, he fought with a good motor, but it wasn't good enough. The opportunity was there for him to really trash and knock Canelo out. And he chose not to, because I guess Canelo counterpunching. But I still thought Canelo did enough. He was styling on his ass a little bit. But if you want to argue Golovkin won that fight, I ain't going to argue with you. I don't really give a damn. But last time they did, you can do damage. Last time they fought each other was 2018, September 15th. So now you fast forward 4 years, over 4 years into the future. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. And Canelo has fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. He's fought 8 times since their last fight in 2018. And then if you remember that last fight too, they made us wait for like 3 hours or some shit like that. A lot of knockouts happened. They waited for the UFC card to be over with. Then they did the Canelo fight. We waited for a long ass time. And since that last 2018 fight, Triple G has fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Half the times that the Canelo fought. And that's going to play a huge factor in that. It ain't too much change. He'll be coming in at 168 pound, the full 168 pound limit for the first time in his career. He's dabbled at 160 for a long time. Had a few catchweight fights in there. You see coming up with a couple 61s. But he's been a middleweight his whole career. Fought a couple of times technically at super middleweight, but nothing above 163 pounds. Now, being 40 years old and being fairly active now, because he just fought in April, I believe it was April 9th. Yep. being fairly more active now, that's going to benefit him, right? And this additional 8 pounds that he get to put on from the Murata fight, which I thought he, he looked pretty good in that fight. People say, well, Murata, good fighter. He looked pretty good. He weathered the storm and then dished it on Murata. But he is 40 years old, been fairly inactive, fought only 4 times since 2018. Only tough fight that he had was Murata and Derevchenko. A lot of people can argue that he lost to Murata. So, I mean, quite frankly, if we talking about kind of just keys to victory for him, man, it's interesting, dude. I mean, obviously he know what he up against. He understand Canelo Alvarez. He shared the ring with him 3 times. Obviously he said there's no real animosity there between him and Canelo Alvarez. Them his words. I'm not. It should be animosity there. You should be angry that you didn't win the trilogy. You know what I'm saying? You should be animosity there. It should be stick with you. Should be angry. You should feel like you've been robbed twice. All that pent up anger should be there. Now the difference is he got Jonathan Banks. Banks got him fighting with a little rhythm. I just think it's too late for that. And he forgot that rhythm and just smashed and went out there and took Murata off out of there. He got to have the same mentality. He got to be willing to get knocked out, trying to knock out Canelo Alvarez. Anything less is just that he's showing up for a check. But I feel that Canelo not really the bigger man either. Even though he done fought a 75-68 with a 75-68 cut be a factor here. It could be a factor, and he lost. So obviously he not as invincible that what he once was. Now Triple G is not going to emulate what Bivol did. Bivol is physically more stronger than Triple G. Bivol controlled the distance better than Triple G has, and he just a little bit taller, a little bit rangier. Feel like he maybe not that much taller, but what he did was he just did Bivol was more athletic. He more slick than Gennady Golovkin. He's one of them slick Russians, man. In my opinion, he ain't like Dmitry Pirog, but he more athletic than Triple G. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, what Triple G just need to do, dude, is if I'm him, you got a guy that's coming down from 75 to 60, from 75 to 68. Canelo not as young as he used to be. The cuts are getting harder, and I think we focusing on establishing the jab, some body work, and we focusing on trying to get a knockout. Anything less, if we get knocked out, we get knocked out. We 40 fucking years old. It happens. But I think everything for him should be predicated on taking the air out of Canelo Alvarez's tires. Your advantage is you getting 8 pounds for the first time in your career, 8 additional pounds. His disadvantage is he's cutting down from 75 to 68. He got to cut 8 pounds. It's still 8 pounds from his last fight, and he was pretty beefy in that fight. So he's still cutting down from a weight. It's not as easy to come down and fluctuate and come down from a weight as it used to be. So if I'm Triple G, I'm instantly going to the body. I'm not here for a decision. I'm not here for a moral fan victory to say the fans say I won. If I'm Jonathan Banks, we here to get a fucking knockout because we're not gonna get no decision. They're not they're not going to allow Canelo to lose back-to-back fights. Trust me. We got to take this. And if we're not coming from a knockout, you know what I'm saying? We just here for a check then. Straight up and down. So if the game plan is not a knockout, then we know what's going to happen with you. You know what I'm saying? We know what's going to happen with you. So that's my thing about it. If the game plan for Jonathan Banks and Triple G ain't a knockout, then I really don't have I really don't care about seeing the fight. If we being quite frankly, I don't care about seeing the damn fight. If the game plan ain't knockout, then I don't care. So if I got a guy that's getting older, what's Canelo Alvarez for me to be exact? He getting older no matter what. And he said that they said that he having knee problems. You know, and he has condition. He's 32 years old. They ain't old, but Canelo got a lot of fights too. I'm going to that body. I'm establishing my jab. I'm going to the body. And this time, if I'm Jonathan Banks, we're going to go past the fence. We're not just gonna stay, in that pocket range and just get off. No, we want to go past the pocket, in his face, pressure him, touch the body, break him down to the body, right? Then go upstairs and finish the job. If he knock us out, he knock us out till Gennady. If he get us, he get us. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna make him use every ounce of energy to keep us off him. Canelo is going to fade. He cannot fight for 12 rounds in 3 minutes, especially coming off the 8-pound cut. And he in his 30s now, well into his 30s. Fuck the rhythm. Forget all that. We gonna jab, attack the body early on. We gonna jab, get the body, get the hip, real Mexican style. Then we gonna go upstairs with uppercuts, and we gonna stay on top of his ass. We gonna stay on top of him. We gonna stay right on top of him, if he like it or not. And we gonna make Canelo fight every minute of the fight. And we gonna put 3, 4, 5 shots together. We gonna rip the body up, rip upstairs with an uppercut. We not gonna let him breathe. We gonna be right in his face. We're gonna be right in his motherfucking bread basket. And it's gonna be up to him to get us out his bread basket. I tell Gennady, we here for a knockout. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. That's okay. You 40 fucking years old. You ain't supposed to still be doing this no way. That's what I tell him. We gonna have a plan of body. Then we gonna rip it upstairs. That's what we come to do. That's what we come to do. So, for Canelo Alvarez, take the fight to him. So like you did last time, counter him, beat him to the punch, treat him like an old man, hit him on the shoulder, wrist, elbows, liver, hip, solar plex, stomach. He weak to the stomach. We've seen it on multiple fights. You treat him like the old man that he is, but you got to be patient in doing so. Don't go out there trying to gun for a knockout. You get tired. He weather the storm. He turn it up, and you can't finish. You go into the ropes. You fake. No. You go out there. It's a way that you test him. Not only do you work off you work off him. And we throwing 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. He throwing a good shot. We catching, rolling, slipping, punching in between his shots. We stepping over. We hitting the hip. We countering. We leading a little bit. And we already up 3 or 4 points. Us being in Vegas. Me being fucking Canelo Alvarez. And to me, if Canelo don't get him out of here, it don't count. It don't count. So I just think Canelo Alvarez need to go in there, take the fight to him, counter him. You know what I'm saying? Pace himself, touch the body, touch the head. I just think he needs to do everything he did in the first fight. Walk right to him, treat him like an old man. With John David Jackson tell Kovalev about Bernard, he old. He feel him, hit him everywhere. Hips, elbows, shoulders, solar plex, everywhere. Ears, on temple. You hit him everywhere. You treat him like an old man. And Gennady Golovkin is soft to the body. If we're gonna get a knockout, it's gonna more than likely it's gonna start with you going to his body. I tell Canelo to attack the body. And when them hands start coming down, then we slip that counter uppercut in there. We slip that lead uppercut finish with the left hook. Then we start doing that. You know what the power like. Your old man. His attributes starting to fade. Beat him up. Beat him everywhere. Elbows, where his shoulders, bicep. Do it all. But ultimately, what I think happened is, I think Canelo Alvarez wins a wide decision. I don't think he drops or knocks out Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin faculties is there. Golovkin pretty fresh now. He kind of active fought once this year. I just think Canelo Alvarez wins a really, really wide decision. I won't say. Well, I think Triple G. I think it's competitive. I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be as close as 115, 113. I just think Golovkin might have his number, but I think it's really gonna be about a 3 to 5 point victory across the board for a legitimate 3 to 5 point victory across the board, 2 to 5 point victory across the board for Canelo. I don't think Canelo knocks him out. I think Triple G caused some problems in the middle of the fight. I think Canelo youth turn up the turbo boost and he separated. So I'm gonna probably say a 116, 112 type of fight. But I think the middle of the fight is gonna be very competitive. When I think Canelo's youth, athleticism, reflexes carry the fight in the championship rounds, and I think he ended up still starting to separate himself in the championship rounds. In the beginning, it could be Canelo, it could be Triple G, but I just think Canelo's too young and spry for him. So I think Canelo 116, 112, anywhere from 115, 113 to around 117, 111. But I'm gonna go ahead and say 116, 112ish. I think it'll be that type of fight legitimately. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Check out the boxing fight reaction, fight prediction playlist for more videos like this. Hit my link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Radio Public, Stitcher, the whole nine, everything in my link tree. I appreciate if y'all financially support the channel. Share the video. Peace.